Yeah, started D-zone, great read by Forrest to pick off that pass and try to make a play on the rush. But Benny did a great job kind of stopping in a position for me to get it to him and made a great play.
You always want to make an immediate impact with a new team. Could you have scripted it better for game one for yourself?
I mean, it's great to get the win and be part of that with the guys. They compete so hard here, and it's just nice to get out there and feel like you're part of it. It's tough watching in a position like this, but great to be out there with them again.
Saw you picking up some rats on the way off the ice.
Yeah.
Part of a new tradition here with the Panthers?
Yeah, it was one of the things that my kids said right away. They were asking about the rats being thrown out there, and I was like, I don't know when it happens. But if it does, I'll grab a couple, so I did.
You mentioned wanting to get out there. What have these last 3 weeks been like since getting traded and just having to basically bide your time until you're able to get out there tonight?
Yeah, it's tough. You want to be with the group right away. I mean, it's the best way to build chemistry, build relationships, and find your game on the ice with the group. It's tough when you're out and we're traveling, and my schedule is different than the groups. But just trying to spend as much time with the team as I can. And the coaching staff was awesome. They brought me in for all the meetings, pre-games, so I could just kind of get accustomed to the way they did things around here, which definitely helped me feel more comfortable coming in today. But it's such a great group to come into. Everybody's so welcoming and really, really good group in the room, which made the transition very easy.
You've been here 3 weeks, but obviously tonight's the first time you could play. Does it feel normal now? Do you think all of the acclimation is kind of over and now you can just play hockey?
Yeah, but I mean, it was still a different today. It's the first time I've done a pregame skate at home. The schedule is a lot different than even what it was on the road. So even little things like that you're not accustomed to. But yeah, every day that goes by, feeling much more comfortable and much more part of the group. And when you play and you're in everything day to day, it definitely helps that happen quicker. So I'm excited to continue to build the group here.
Waiting with Benny to get open there, how much does your relationship and the one you forged with Team Canada help with that?
I mean, every time you're able to play together, it definitely helps your chemistry and our communication. We're trying to talk on and off the ice just about different things, what guys want. But such a big part of the game is reading and reacting, and he's a very smart player. Made a great read to kind of put himself in a position to get a good quality chance, and ultimately why he capitalized on it.
Some of the guys said your first addition to the group chat was a chirp. Just how important has it been to just kind of be yourself and just enjoy?
Yeah, that's just how I am, and I'm not gonna change now. But it's a great group to do that. There's a lot of banter in the room, and you see why they've had so much success the last few years with how close they are and the way that they work and compete every day. And when you have a group like that, they accept people in and make them feel part of the group really quickly.
You've been through a lot of playoff runs. To come in where you guys are, with how close the standings are, just to come in with this final push, just how important is that for you to do what you can over these final 10 games before the playoffs start up?
Yeah, you can take a breath there, bud, eh? All right? Hey. No, but, I want to try to get as many games in here as possible and really feel comfortable with the group and try to get used to the system and the way our lines are going to play. And they shuffle things around a lot here, but, just getting up to speed with the way they do things and everything, the more time on the ice is definitely very beneficial. And you guys like to cut it short. I'm done. Yeah, good. What's up? What you got?
I mistimed you. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
You've known it was coming, but after whatever it was, 1,100 games in Boston, you put on a different sweater today.
Yeah.
Game for the first time. Was that a little bit odd for you?
It was odd when I stepped on the ice. That was the first time I kind of, it kind of hit me going out there and being cheered by Panthers fans was a lot different. But it's a great feeling. It's not often that you get to be part of a group like this, and I've been on a lot of teams throughout the years, and when you have something special, you walk into a special room, and that's what they have here, and it's what you want to be part of. There's not many teams that are legit contenders each year, and when you walk in the room, the way they talk about the game, the way they talk about working, competing, and showing up every day, there's a reason why they're as good as they are, and you know, you want to be part of that. It's something special, and you don't get it every day. And the longer you're around and the quicker it goes by, you realize how special it is. So I feel very fortunate and excited to be part of this group.
You spent a lot of time watching video and sitting in meetings with this team, but what were your just overall impressions of the style of hockey you guys played tonight?
I love the way that the team competes and you know how calm they are in every moment of the game. You know, they just have that confidence and swag all the way through, and it's contagious in the group and in the room. You know, so I love that aspect of it. But from day one, coming in here, I've always loved the way guys compete and the way they work, how they take care of themselves. It's a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You know, he hasn't played for a month now, and he steps right in, and you know, he's dominating and controlling the game. So you know, that's tough to do in your first game back, and especially on a new team. But yeah, he's gonna. I think he's gonna fit in here real nice.
I mean, you two played together at Four Nations on a line together, but I mean, tonight it seemed like there was a pretty instant connection between you two, between the way you guys play. I mean, how is it having him on your line out there?
Yeah, it's great. I think definitely playing at Four Nations, I really enjoyed playing with him there and found a little bit of chemistry there. And I think just the more that we play together, the more we're going to find that chemistry and just little tendencies that you know, players have. You really just can pick it up when you start playing with guys. So the more we play together, the better it's going to get, I think.
Defensively, didn't give up much. Penalty kill was perfect tonight. Get a power play goal. Do you think everything's going to come in together here at the right time with 10 games left?
Yeah, for sure. It's you know, it's trending in the right direction. Obviously, you know, there's still you know, some things that we can, you know, improve on a little bit, but I think we're trending in the right direction to peak at the right time, and you know, all we're doing right now is just trying to play the right way and prepare for the playoffs. So that's our goal every game.
How much fun is it playing with guys like Barkov and now Marchand that get you those? I mean, you're on the post for the first one, and he waits for you on the second.
Yeah, I mean, it makes my job pretty easy when you're playing with you know, elite players in this league. Just getting to play with them makes guys around them better, makes me a better player, and yeah, definitely fortunate that I get to play with those guys.
And when you have a team like you guys do, the confidence seems to just ooze through in overtime. I mean, you guys seem to really have things clicking there.
Yeah, I think so. We still had some jump, I think, and you could see it in the overtime. Obviously, it's tough for them on a back-to-back, and you know, we had a couple days off, so I think that jump definitely helped us, and we were able to control that overtime a little bit.
Tough to ask because you scored twice, but any frustration setting in there with Terrell making one save after another for you guys?
No, I don't think frustration. I think our power play. Yeah, I think we could have done a better job getting more pucks, more traffic to the net. I mean, we got the one, but a lot of opportunities tonight, so I think we can just make a couple of corrections and not too worried about it.
Do you think there's some like sports karma or something that you and Marchand are playing together after? I mean, in a good way. That after the playoffs last year, and sort of you have similar games and scoring, antagonism, and all that. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, but sometimes that's just the way things work out, and you know, you can be rivals and enemies one day, and you know, as soon as you put on that jersey and, you know, play for the same cause, you know, everything's washed away, and you're instantly you know, great friends and teammates that are looking to win together.
Yeah, that was. I thought they played together. It seems like they played together whole season. You know, they fought each other. It's fun to watch how they play.
How does an addition like that energize the group?
Yeah, he's a great leader, great experienced player all around, and skill and fast. So it's nice to have him, definitely. And yeah, his presence is big for us, and we're just gonna keep build our chemistry and build the atmosphere in the locker room.
What does it mean just to add a guy with his experience to the locker room at this time of the year, especially heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, it's big, it's important. So one shift at a time, and he knows he's a winner, so he knows what it takes to win. So it's again, we're excited to have him.
The penalty kill, so many big clutch moments for the PK tonight. You with some big saves. Just at this time of year, how important is it to have the penalty kill clicking, like you said, to get ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. I thought the guys play great. There wasn't many shots on the PK, so they controlled the middle of the ice, and good sticks, good breakouts and stuff. So it was good all around.
And how important is this time of the year for yourself? Obviously, like you said, only three weeks or so to the playoffs to get ready the best you can for the journey ahead.
Yeah, I don't think too much ahead. I don't think like 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I think about one moment in front of me, and that's pretty much it. So, I feel good. I'm excited. I'm excited for the challenge, and we have a great group of guys, great team. So, and we are all excited.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. We'll get there.
Yeah, good. Right, he makes a lot of small area plays in traffic and in corners that are really hard to do. His hands are fantastic. I thought in the third period, when he went back over to the left and Samuskevich came to the right, that line got a little faster. It's a little easier on the breakout. You don't have people going the other way. So there's a good start, and gives us a little different look.
When you're looking for signs late in the regular season, what does that PK late in the third period tell you? Obviously, a huge moment.
Yeah, I think our penalty kill was really good, and it has been for a while. And it's a tough one because in both of the penalties, you got Mikko in the box for one, and then you've got Luosterainen. So key guys off it. We've got really good penalty kill depth up front now for sure. Lots of different guys that we can use. So I like the penalty kill for sure.
Obviously, the whole team has to step up when Matthew Tkachuk's out, but it seems like Sam Bennett in particular is really kind of taking that onus on himself to kind of come up in those big moments. Just what do you see?
Yeah, I think he's had that year. He had a little. I think he was the guy that came back from the World Cup and the Four Nations, and I think those guys come back and they view themselves differently. But he's been very good.
When you've got the kind of players you do, what's the confidence level going into an overtime? Because it just seems like it's just...
Yeah, we're a little quiet. Like, we got lots of different combinations we can roll out there. And we don't spend a lot of time talking about the 3-on-3 because I haven't seen too many playoff games break into it. So, but there's lots of good players to put out there.
And going back to Marchand, just the way you can move him around, second power play unit, you had him out there.
Yeah, and that's going to be our challenge, right? Because we're going to have options, and how patient do you stay with something like our power play in the second period? I've just seen it 100 times. When you score the way we scored on the first one, and it's a play to the net like that on Sam's first goal, then you're passing the puck around for the rest of the night. So we had the next three, we had one shot attempt. That's a tell. And some of it's just some moving parts that are a little different, some new people. I didn't get we had zone time on most of them, so I didn't get the second unit out as much for them to get some work. Other than that, there wasn't much. It was a hard-fought game. They played really well. They didn't give up a whole lot. They had to work for it. We didn't give up a whole lot, but Sergei still had to make about 3 really, really good saves because they got shooters on their team. So I'm reasonably pleased with the win.
If I would have told you 10 months ago that Bennett and Marchand would hook up for a goal around the net, what would you say?
Well, I would have thought they'd have hooked up around the net 5 or 6 times, and then so would then the other group. These guys play at a very high level, and I'll just say again, Brad's game IQ and hockey IQ in his hands make little plays in tough areas, broken plays he can come up with. It really, and we moved our lines around an awful lot, but when Bennett and Tkachuk play together, that's almost the foundation of what they do, is they create broken plays. Then there needs to either be a shooter or a guy with really good hands there, and so whether Carter plays there or Brad plays there or Samuel plays there, I think we have options.
All along those lines, the fact that Brad had patience on that last play.
He's going to make that would be the piece of the game, and I think this is true, that I maybe didn't fully appreciate till you get on the ice. It would be almost the same. I was at an All-Star game, and Patrick Kane was out there moving the puck around. You got to get on the ice with him in practice to see, and they have to touch the puck. Guys don't really touch the puck that much in a game, and they make good plays. But you get them out in the practice, you can see what they can do, and that's the piece of his game that I didn't fully appreciate. How nifty he is in small areas.
And Sergey, again, the game where 3 shots in the second. He didn't
Yeah,
have a whole lot of
like-
action, but when he did,
But they're dangerous shooters. Like, they score some goals, that team. They've got some really high-end skill on those, especially on the top 2 lines. And he had to make 3 that I think the fans appreciated. They were good saves, but there were a couple of them that were, fantastic. It is so hard to do what Sergey's done in a lot of the games where we've really suppressed the shot total, and we've had blocks of time where the other team doesn't get a lot to stay mentally sharp. It's very challenging.
10 games left until playoffs. Just do you feel like you guys are rounding to where you are? Obviously,
No, I don't think you can see it. Like, your structure is what it is. I'm not telling you that I'm not seeing it. I'm almost not looking for it. Like, we have a game that we've had a couple off nights, but since Christmas time, right around January 1st, we've been pretty darn consistent with our game. So now it's just, learning some things. Last year at this time, we were in a bit of a tough stretch. We're not bragging about our record maybe over the last 5 or 6 games since the start of that road trip. But the structure's there, and the juice will come.
I mean, you mentioned in the third period that that second line created a lot of chances of speed, but I mean, how impressive is it for a 36-year-old player to be the catalyst of a lot of these chances created?
Yeah, well, I think in order for Brad to have the career that he's had, point production, so over 1,000 penalty minutes, he has had to push himself to maximize his conditioning. So now he's at a point in his career, he's 36, but he's probably got as big a tank as you can possibly have. Like those, some of the best kind of endurance athletes don't round into it until their mid-30s. So he's a really fit dude. And the hands and the experience don't go away. So I think he can be a player for a while.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, guys.